weather you put the bounce, make a sick on sad. If only you move closer, Ella, Ella, Ella. Where you go me falla, any weather, I dare with you.
What is up, beautiful people? It's Etiali here. Some call me Ella, some call me Nuella, some call me El. You can call me whatever you want to call me, as long as it's in relation with Emanuela. And I'm back again with another video. I know it's been a while since I came on here, but it's not intentional. I've been super busy lately, but I'm trying to film videos and edit them amidst my busy schedule. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I made it through medical school, things that I did, things that I wish I had done, do's and don'ts, my regret, and a little advice to all medical students out there. Without further ado, I'll jump straight into the video. Before I start this video, you know how we do it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. Also, don't forget to share to your friends and family. You know the drill. I'd like to thank God once again for seeing me through medical school. Medical school was not easy. It was full of mixed emotions, mixed feelings, but we still made it. Things that I did while in medical school. So in China, medical school is not like back home in Ghana where you write a lot of tests and stuff like that. We usually write one test per semester. So unlike Ghana where you can just be having mid-semester exams and it would refresh your mind on what you have done, in China, we all wait till the end of the semester. Most courses wait till the end of the semester to write an exam. So if you do not take care, you would be there playing around thinking you have more time until the end of semester exam comes and you realize how behind you are and how much you have to cover. And mind you, medicine is a lot. Like, if you do not read constantly, at the end of the day, you would have a pile of notes that you have to read. And medicine is such that if you read, you can't just read today and then forget about it. Like, after reading today, you have to go back another day to revise. Else, on the day of revision or when you're preparing for your exam, everything will feel so new to you, as if you never read it, but you know very well that you've read it somewhere. So it needs constant revision. That is something that I was told, when I came. I had a cousin here who was also a medical student, and the advice she gave me was that once you start classes, make sure that you always read your notes. Like, don't pile them up. Immediately you go to class today, what you are taught, please read it so that it will not pile up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I had energy, fresh blood and all that. So when I came, it started like when class started, I was doing that. And it was helpful because I was always updated. I was always, on point. When the teacher is talking, I know what the teacher is talking about because I read the previous lesson we did. So I was just following point on point. Until that thing, you will start with energy. But it's the commitment, the dedication, the consistency that matters. I wasn't consistent. At a point in the middle of the semester, I got lazy. I wasn't reading as much as I was reading before. I was still reading, but it wasn't like every day I'll read. No, I was chilling. Now what do you mean? I'm in the university, people are having fun. I was also having fun. Then the time for the exam came and everything was so much. I had to stay up, bend the midnight oil. I wasn't getting enough sleep. And personally, when I do not get enough sleep and I'm stressing and stuff like that, it affects my health. I even go to the extent of collapsing. So stress isn't good for me. And I lose a lot of weight when I'm stressed. in med school, I won't say big because I don't think I'm big right now, but I wasn't what I am now. I was always slim. Yeah. So that was one thing. After the first semester exam, no, it wasn't even first semester because first semester I didn't do much. After the second semester exam, I decided that I was going to start doing what I was advised to do. I started again. This time I went way through to the middle of the semester, gang. So I felt like that was it. Like I'd covered half the semester's course because whatever that was being taught every day when I come. And I had an equally industrious roommate. She and I were in the math and science quiz team in Achimota School, our batch 2016. So like I'd known her since Motown. Yeah, those of you who don't know, I went to Motown. We were dorm mates at a point, and then coincidentally we became roommates. You know, black girls there, like the learning day on inside, I guess. So like, and she likes to read, you bab. So she was learning, I was learning. There was the drive. Middle of the semester, we all pum. We were not reading as much. Fast forward, what was always happening in med school was that things will pile up eventually, and I would have to make up for it. Like I would have to constantly. And one thing about me is I always want to finish every single PPT before I go and write an exam. PPT is PowerPoint. Yeah. Even if I'm not going to read additional books or something, I have to finish the PPTs that were given to me. No matter how many slides per PPT, I have to make sure I go through everything, because my anxiety is like there. If I know that there was one PowerPoint that I did not read, hey, before the paper, I can't breathe. Like I'm just distraught and all that. So I was staying up to make sure that I read every single PPT concerning the course. And one good thing with my medical school was that we were writing exams 2 weeks after the end of every course. So if maybe it's anatomy, 2 weeks after anatomy, we have exam. So you have like 2 weeks to prepare. You understand? If you have 2 weeks to prepare for like 3 months lessons and you have not even started, bro, when are you gonna start? But yeah, still we managed. Like you won't sleep, you will be up those 2 weeks, you will be up. And the thing is, you are doing like maybe 5-6. I remember in our third year first semester, we did 9 courses per that semester. That semester was so stressful. We would go to class from 8 a.m. and close around 10 p.m. You would come back exhausted. The next day you have class, and we're doing diagnostics. The courses were actual medical courses, and there were a lot. You have like 17 PPTs, and one PPT consists of like 200 slides. It was a lot, and you weren't having the time. This time, you would go to class from morning to late night. What time will you even come and study again? By the time you come, you're exhausted. The next morning, you have to wake up, get to class on time. And our school was very keen on attendance. Like, punctuality was a very big deal. So you have to be in class before 8 a.m. For me, I really wasn't getting the time to study. I'll just come back, sleep. I'll come back, sleep. So it was piling up. It wasn't a joke that semester. And so during the examination time, same thing was going on, staying up, learning. Then you go and write. So that one aside, then you start another one. So because of how the exam timing was, there could be a time where you would have 1 paper per week. Meaning if you write that paper and you're done, you have like a full week to prepare for the next one. But if also you finish maybe 2 courses at the same time, meaning that you'll be writing the exam within that same week, you understand? So you might have one on Monday, you have one on Thursday or something. So that one, how you will learn it is up to you. So what I did was I formed a study group with a few colleagues. We were like 6 in the group, if I remember correctly. And what we're doing was that we were discussing questions, past questions, and also we'll discuss topics that we do not understand. People pick up tasks and stuff like that. And it was very helpful. So we would stay up together. My study mates, oh my God, I miss that study group so much. We would stay up together in one person's room. Then we'll be discussing questions. We'll have time for self-study. Then after the self-study, we'll be discussing questions. Every possible question that you would see, we'll discuss it. If you don't understand a particular topic, the person that is well abreast with the topic will come and explain to you. And then the next morning, which would meet us in that room, we'll just go shower and whatever, and then go write the exam. When we come back, we'll sleep. Then continue. So you study by yourself like during the day, and maybe 9 p.m. we would all meet. When we regroup, we stay there till morning. That was what we're doing. Like, we were just staying up. Then when I come to my room from the study meeting, I would also start with my roommate, because my roommate also had one person she was studying with, a group of people, I don't know, but she was studying with people. So like, I'll come to the room and I'll be asking her questions. She will ask me, I'll ask her. Days that I do not go, I'll be in my bed and she'll be like, "Yo, roomie, what is this?" Then we are talking. I really miss that rush. But one thing that I think every medical student should do is like keep studying. Like, don't pile it up, because the whole pressure is really it's not nice. It's not good. It really isn't good for our health and all that. Did I have ups and downs? Yes, I did have ups and downs in medical school, especially when I was doing internal medicine. Internal medicine, I would say, was my weak point. I didn't like that course. It was just a lot for me, especially respiratory medicine. I found it very boring. And then neuromedicine, I just found it complicated. I've never really liked neurology, so I found like problems at that side. The part of internal medicine that I loved was GI medicine. Yeah, I loved GI medicine a lot. Yeah. And so when I got to internal medicine, I was in a very dark place to start with. First of all, the course is something I didn't even like, and it was a lot. But I was in a dark place, so I wasn't studying. And then I had the exam. That exam, I really thought I was going to fail. But thanks to God, I never failed an exam in medical school. But I didn't get a high mark either. I just got enough to pass. I don't know if it makes sense. And I was devastated at first because I didn't like that. Because internal medicine is a huge course and it carries a big credit score. So you have to like do well, that kind of thing. That course itself was hectic for all of us. So most of us didn't perform in that exam. A lot of people failed. Others just passed the pass mark. Yeah, that was it. Slowly, I sailed through med school. Regrets that I have was the whole idea of I'm going to learn on the job. You know, I don't know, but most of the people in my school kept like, they were just winging it and kept saying, "Oh, medicine, we'll learn on the job. So some people were not serious. There are certain things that we took for granted. I took certain things for granted. And later, when I needed the skill during my internship, I realized how much I had effed up. Like, I could have just been serious all along, but I was saying, "Oh, I'll learn on the job." It made it more hectic for me. And also the word rounds, I wasn't taking word rounds seriously. Because sometimes it would be so cold and the teacher would be talking. I wasn't understanding their English. So I'll just be doing my own stuff. I would have AirPods in my ears. I'm listening to my own song. And I kept saying to myself that the medicine, I'm the one teaching myself. Because like usually when I would go to class, I wouldn't get what the teacher is trying to say. It's like their English wasn't so good for me. And also, some of them, I think, in my opinion, didn't know what they were teaching, because whenever you ask a question, and I'm the type that would ask questions, because if I do not get it, I have to ask. Whenever you would ask a question about something that is not on their slides, they wouldn't know how to answer it. Not that they do not know, they know, but I think the language barrier, their English wasn't very good. That's another thing I think I regret. I just regret doing medicine in China. At least if I would do it in China, I should do it in a school where their English was really A1, so that I would get everything that I can get. But then again, it wasn't that bad because we had access to facilities, so that was also okay. So in my head, I'm teaching my own self. But later, when like I came to a realization that the things I was seeing online and everything, they were in my slides, but I wasn't paying attention to them. I realized the teachers actually did teach us. They taught us, but we just weren't paying attention because everything that you would see would be in the slides. Just maybe they wouldn't explain further and stuff. I didn't utilize the lessons that were given to me, so I struggled more. Like I spent more time studying than I could have if I paid attention in class. Now let's go to how I made it through medical school, how I was studying and stuff. I would read the slides, get what the topic is about, and I would go on YouTube and watch various lessons. I used Khan Academy, I used Dr. Najib, especially for pathology. I used osmosis. I used them to, understand what the course was about. Me personally, once I get what the concept is about, no matter how long or how much the slides are, I would read and understand them because I get the fundamentals of the course, or I get the fundamentals of the topic. That is how I study. All I need is for you to tell me, explain to me what this is about. You understand? And then I would use that knowledge to understand the lengthy notes. So that was the thing. So I was always going to grasp the basic concept, and then I would go back to the slides and then the textbooks that I had. For internal medicine, I was using Davidson's. So I would read in-depthly about them. And also, one thing about me, the more I explain to myself and other people, the more I get it imprinted in my head. I usually learn by listening, not reading so much. I'm not much of a reader. So if someone understands the course very well, I go to them like, tell me, explain to me, then I understand very well. Or I watch these videos, understand it, read the books, and explain to myself like I teach myself. And then the more I explain to myself, the more it makes sense to myself. Then maybe if someone doesn't understand, I find my own way to make it comprehensible to them. So the more I teach them to understand, the more I actually understand the course. I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah, so that was what I was doing. Hence the study group I created. I'm not the chew and pour type. If I chew it and I pour, I'll forget. But if you explain to me and I understand, I would use my own words. That's the thing. Like I would make my own words up to, answer the questions. I wouldn't say dito from books. I would forget. And another thing I also did was try quizzing myself. So like after some time, I would look for questions and answer. And I used to talk medicine. When I'm having a conversation with my friends, I would use a medical term that would describe a particular word. I would be putting medical terms in my conversations. That was what I was doing to remember stuff. And I would also create mnemonics for certain things. Yeah, these were things I was doing to remember medicine. And eventually I came out successful. And I would say I was one of the good students. I got some scholarships throughout my medical school, which I'm proud of and I'm grateful to God for. And now I am here as Dr. Iyale. Advice I would give people. 1, know the kind of student you are and study accordingly. If you are the student that has to read every day to understand, please read every day. If you are the student that would understand things, maybe some people work under pressure, they need to pile things up and then read them and get them. That's okay. Me, I do not encourage that. But if it works for you, some people work under pressure. Some people can be last minute people. If you're not a last minute person, don't try to be one. You will drown. And one thing you should also know is medical school is depressing. Because like you just be there like, what am I doing all these things for? Why am I suffering like this? Why am I not getting this concept? Why is it like this? I'm a failure, I'm this, I'm that. Most of us have been through that stage. You are not a failure. Everyone has been there. Pick yourself up and move. You understand? Like, if you don't pick yourself up, nobody's going to do that. Like, nobody has the time to come and pick you up. We are all struggling our own way. Have fun, please. Some people take the medicine too personal. They are making you look like if you're a medical student, you can't have fun. That's the thing that is circulating. Please, a medical student can have fun. Let me tell you, I had fun in med school, but I still came out successful. And not to brag or anything, I think I did way better than some people that carried medicine on their heads. So please, when you have the chance to have fun, but just learn to balance your social life and your academic life. I was never a boring medical student. If it came to time to study, I would study. If it came to time to have fun, I would have fun. I would go out with my friends. I would travel to come and chill with my cousin and other people in another city. Like, I was having fun. But there was no time that I would say that I made fun come into my books. Yeah, there are times where books came into fun. You have to prioritize your studies no matter what. But also, have fun when you have the chance to. I had seniors, those girls from Tanzania. They would have so much fun. But now they are doctors and they are doing so good. There was this one, Doreen. That girl would go for clinical rotations, even when she wasn't required to do that. She would go for clinical rotation and everything, and she still goes to the club. Some people be like, me, I won't date. Men can't combine. You dating will not make you successful or not. Of course, unless like breakfast comes inside and it's messing with your head. But I mean, I'm not saying you should go and date if you're in medical school. For the most part of my medical school, I was single. I mean, the beginning I wasn't, but for the most part of it, I was single. And it was perfectly fine. But I was having fun. Like, I think for the first 2 years or 2.5 years, I was in a relationship. But after that, I didn't date again till I finished medical. Oh yeah, I had some 1B during internship. By internship, now I was a doctor already. But yeah, that one self-ended. Then, yeah. So have fun when you have to have fun. Just learn to prioritize your education, your studies before any other thing. Don't be too proud to learn. If you do not understand something, ask. It will not kill you. And those of you that are so competitive in medical school, we are not in high school. We are not in primary school. It's not supposed to be a competition. Nobody is coming for your grades. If you are good, you are good. Don't be doing yourself like you won't help someone or you will not ask someone because you have to pass the person. What kind of mentality is that? We had some of those people in med school and it was funny. And those people were never up there. Well, I mean, at least they were not about me. Like, no, don't do that. Nobody is coming for you. Nobody cares about your grades. We will all become doctors. I'm already a doctor. You will all become doctors eventually. Just put in the hard work. If you get 95 and somebody gets 97, you are all good students. You are all very exceptional students. You being first or second or third shouldn't matter at this point in your life. You are not a child. Not everything has to be a competition. So please, if you're in medical school right now and you have that mentality, drop it. Else you will not learn much. Nobody would even want to be around you because they will realize how selfish and self-centered you are. If you are competing with people, you become selfish because it's like you feel like if you share this information with them, they will know and they will pass you. And because of that, nobody will also want to help you. If you are proud, please put it aside. Let people help you. Medicine is such that you cannot know everything all by yourself. You have to ask people what they know. You have to talk more to people. You have to be ready to learn at every given point in time, because I might know something that you might not know, no matter how brilliant you are. And that something could be asked in an exam, in a viva, in anything at all. So be humble and talk to people more. Yeah. And I think that is it. yeah, all the best to continuing medical students. I hope to see you all at the top. And also, I would like to wish all those in Ghana writing the medical license exam good luck. I hope you all pass. May God be with us all. So this brings me to the end of today's video. I have a surprise video coming up for y'all. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Share with your friends because something very interesting is coming. Do not forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, on Instagram at 2_Yali2_, on Snapchat at Iyali51, on Twitter at Elayali, and on my WeChat channel for those of you in China at Mami Isi. Until then, stay safe, stay sound, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.
For the simple, anyone else, such a beauty with so many fears. Hey, Ella, 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 where you go me falla, any weather, I dare.